me. Paint day, we're gonna paint some dashes. Dodge dashes, A Body dashes, black dashes. I have a Dodge here with no dash in it. Neither of these are for it. These are for two different Dodges. One of these dashes is for one that I have already done, a purple 71 car. And the other dash is going to be for a car that apparently I'm going to do. A green one. Or maybe that green. Whatever. You know that lime green, whatever the hell it is. Anyways, yeah, so these will both be black. What we're going to do, the procedure here is we're going to give them, they've been blasted. I don't know if they're sandblasted. They're not very rough. They're pretty smooth. A lot of times sandblasting will give you a pretty coarse profile. When you are dealing with something such as all this, that's being blasted, don't wipe it down with anything. They say you always gotta wipe shit down with degreaser and stuff. Don't do that. Because I don't care what kind of towels you use, when you go to wipe this, it's gonna shred it. And I mean, it's gonna be covered in lint, and I've done it before, and it ain't fun trying to get it off. So just don't do it. You can't do it with blasted stuff. You just gotta blow it and 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 blow it, give it a good blow, and then hope for the best. So the procedure here is going to be, I'm going to give it a coat of black epoxy, and then some black base coat, and then on top of that I will be spraying a coat of semi-gloss clear. It's going to be pretty close to factory. I don't, wow, it's echoey in here, hey? I have not come across a paint yet that really duplicates whatever it is the Dodge put on these things. Because if you pay attention and you go and you rub all over an original Dodge dash, the paint that's on it almost has a really light texture to it. Whereas sprayed paints of the day, when you put them on, like they skin over, they shell over on the top to give a smooth surface. But if you go rub an original Dodge dash, the paint, it has a texture to it. I don't know what kind of paint they put on it. I wasn't around back then. I'm barely around now. So anyways, this will not have that texture. I don't know how you duplicate that texture. Yeah, I don't know. And I know for a fact that I have friends that are diehard Dodge guys, and I know that there's probably people watching these videos on that Dart out there, and possibly these that are diehard Dodge guys, and I'll tell you what, you guys are different. Because when a Dodge guy wants his dash restored, he wants his dash restored the way Dodge done it. You don't want just new stuff put up in there, and you don't want any improvements made on it. You want the inside of your dash, everybody. Both these dashes, when they're done, they will, I guarantee you, they will, on the inside, laying on your back on the carpet, they will look like a photograph out of a Dodge manual. The wiring is going to be routed just as shitty as Dodge ever did it. It's going to be wrapped up with just as shittiest stuff as Dodge ever used, just as shittiest stuff as Ford or Chev ever used. There will be no improvements made. This will be restored the way Dodge done it. I guess except for my paint, because it ain't going to be ready. But if somebody knows of somebody who could get the right paint for these things, I'd get it and use it, because these guys are particular and I do a reasonable amount. So anyways, I'm going to put my sperm suit on and get ready to go here, and then yeah, that's going to be the procedure. Some epoxy, some black, and some shitty clear. Beep. I use this to make sure it's covered. So now I got, we put the coat of hypocrisy on there. It's got a couple of coats of black on it now. Now I'm going to put on some liquid gold for what this shit is worth. Well over $200 a quart for it's salmon, hot rod clear. Now I know, just like a lot of people know, every paint company out there, all of them, they have a flattening agent that you can mix into your clear. They all have it. There's some universal flattening agents out there that'll work with any clear. And you can talk to 13 different people and you'll get 16 different methods of using that shit in the clear to get various levels of shine in your clear. And I'll tell you what, if you try 13 of them, you'll get 13 different results than what they told you you were going to get. The shit's different every time, and everybody who mixes it gets a different result. And if somebody says they get a bang on every time, well, show me. Because I've used a lot of it, and dislike. So anyways, this stuff is foolproof. You mix it 4 to 1 to 1 in this shit, if you've never used it, is tick. I mean, it is tick. So I generally go 4 to 1 to 2 when I mix this stuff up. Sometimes maybe even 4 to 1 to 2 3/8. Whatever, thinner than they say, because the shit's thick. But yeah, you mix this stuff up, and I have done entire cars in this stuff. I've done parts, and then for those vehicles, I've gone back and we'll say serviced parts of those vehicles later down the road, quite a while later, put the same shit on the new parts that went on the vehicles, identical end result. So it is consistent. It's expensive, it's consistent. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't think you really need to watch me spray this, because I mean all this shit was just like spraying the epoxy. The only difference is I'm not gonna bother clearing the inside of the dash and whatnot. I'm just doing the outers. Same with the ashtrays. I'm not gonna bother clearing the pots. And if you're wondering what's going on with the ladder back there, it's not stupid if it works, all right? I got the glove box doors hanging from a rod braced in between the rungs of the ladder because, I don't know, hillbilly auto body, I guess it works, so whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna go panning for some liquid gold here. I'll put out a coat of this stuff, and probably what I'll do is I'll show you this stuff with the shiny on it, and then I'll bring it back as the stuff's dulling out, and you can see it dulling out. And another thing too is if you do use this stuff and you watch it dull out, you'll see that it doesn't go dull evenly. Where you have a little extra clear on the surface, where you got some overlap, or you hit it from 2 different angles, and you hit a spot twice, it'll stay shiny longer, but as it cures overall, you'll have no difference in the color. Like I said, it's expensive. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do like it, but it is absolutely, I mean, you can count on it. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get one up the arse, what you're going to get when you pay for it, but your finished product, that's what you're going to get. So, anyways, Dodge Dash Day. Just thought I'd show you. See how it's shiny enough there for reflection? And here it's dull. That'll all even out when it dries. There it is. Dodge Dash. Dashes. And yes, I realize that I have 3 ashtrays hanging in here. I don't ask questions. Somebody brings me stuff to paint and they say paint everything in this box black. Well, everything in the box got painted black. If you'd have brought me one ashtray, I would have said you're missing some ashtrays. But oh yeah, there's the old hillbilly hanger. The only negative to this paint is that if something goes south with it, you can't service it. And by service it, I mean if you get any dirt nibs in it, or if you get a big run in it, you can't do nothing with it. You can't polish dirt out of it, you can't polish a run, because as soon as you polish it, it gets shiny, and you don't want it shiny. So if the shit bitches up on you, well, you're sanding it and repainting it. And let me tell you, I've sanded this stuff in the past. You don't want to have to sand this stuff, because that's a bummer trying to sand this stuff. It is just like cement when it hardens up. But yeah, that'll do it for this. There is a pair of Dodge dashes and an extra ashtray for the smokers in the crowd. Probably didn't do much for you, but today was paint day for Dodge dashes. All right, cheers.